Dear students, in this presentation we see about the civil engineering materials. So it is the second part of unit 4. So as a civil engineer, we must know the materials used in the construction site. Why? Because here the application of the particular building materials depends upon the various properties and characteristics of the materials used in the particular construction. So depending upon these properties, so we have used some of the materials like bricks, stones, sand, cement and metals. So these are the common materials we are used in the construction site. So first one, bricks. So it is a oldest building material and extensively used for leading building material for construction because of its durability, strength, low cost and easy availability. So it is also used only for the properties. So why? Because this is the important aspect we consider if you are using brick as one of the material. So next is the major constituents of good bricks. So it consists of alumina, silica, lime, oxide of iron and magnesia. So normally the alumina, it contains 20 to 30% in the brick. So as far as silica, so it is 50 to 60%. So for lime it is around 5%. Then oxides of iron, it is also 5 to 6% in bricks. Then the remaining magnesia, it is a small quantity of 2%. So again the qualities of good bricks are, so it should have an even surface with sharp and square edges. Then so it free from cracks and also it having low thermal conductivity. So at the same time the color of the bricks are having uniform. So normally it is having the copper in color. So these are some of the qualities of good bricks. Then classification. So the bricks are again classified based upon the two conditions. One is unburnt or sun dried bricks, and number two, burnt bricks. So unburnt or sun dried bricks means, so it is heated with the help of sun after the molding process. So normally the bricks are manufactured or produced with the help of a molding process with the use of sand. So normally we need to heat the bricks for improving the properties. So for getting the higher properties, high level of strength, we need to heat the bricks. So the heating process taking place with the help of sun, then it is known as unburnt or sun dried bricks. So the burnt bricks are heated with the help of the wood. So this is the main classification of the bricks. So next one, stones. So normally we know all of aware of the stone. So it is a naturally available material for construction. So it is obtained from the rocks. So normally we are obtained the stones from the rocks. So as a principle, it is as a principal material for foundation of civil engineering works. For example, if you are constructing any walls or arches or dams. So we are used stone as a primary material. So next classification. So here we are classifying the rocks. Why? Because we are obtained the stones from the rocks only. So that is why we are directly classify the rocks. So based upon the rocks classification, there are three classifications are available. So one is the geological classification, number two physical classification, and third one chemical classification. So number one, geological. So according to this classification, the rocks are of, again it is classified into three types. So number one, igneous rocks, then sedimentary rocks, and metamorphic rocks. So if we coming under igneous rocks, so here the igneous rocks, it is the word derived from Latin. So it gives the meaning of fire. So normally this kind of rocks which are formed by the cooling of magma are known as igneous rock. So example of these rocks are basalt, granite, dolerite, etc. These are the rocks. Then if you move on to the sedimentary rocks, so it is also one type of the rock. It is formed by the accumulation or deposition of small particles. So that is known as sedimentary rock. So normally, so it is also having the example this called sandstone, limestone, gypsum or gravel. These are the example for sedimentary rocks. So it is formed by the deposition of other products. So third one, metamorphic rocks. So metamorphic rock is also one type of rock. So here it is created by the physical or chemical alteration of heat and pressure. So normally there is a change in heat and pressure due to the weather condition. So due to these changes we are obtaining this metamorphic rocks. So the example for these rocks are slate, marbles and dolomite, etc. Then next we move on to the physical classification. For the structural composition of the rocks, they are also broadly classified into three types. So one is unstratified rocks, second one stratified rocks, third one foliated rocks. So first one unstratified rocks. So it is the unstratified rocks is nothing but it is based up we are classifying only based upon the physical structure. So this structure which is based upon the crystalline or compact granular. So normally the unstratified rocks, example of these rocks are again granite, marbles, traps or quartzites or basalt. So these are the some of the examples for these unstratified rocks. So second one stratified rocks. So it is also classifying with the help of based upon the physical property, that is the layers that occurs is most sedimentary rocks in those igneous rocks are formed at the earth surfaces. So it is also coming under the igneous or sedimentary rocks, but we are classifying based upon the layers which is formed on the structure. So based upon this one, we are segregating this is as a stratified rocks. So example of these rocks are sandstone, limestone and slate. Third one, foliated rocks. So this foliated rocks, so which is obtained having the tendency to be split up in definite direction. So in this diagram we can easily see from the schist. So it is formed layer by layer, so we can easily split the rock. It is based upon the structure. So the example for the foliated rocks are gneisses or schists. So next one, the classification of rock based upon the chemical composition. So if you are coming under the chemical composition or classification, again it is divided into three types: siliceous rocks, argillaceous rocks and calcareous rocks. So if you are coming under siliceous rock, in these rocks are hard and durable. However, the silica present in the siliceous rocks are higher. So example of these rocks are granites, quartzites, etc. So for argillaceous rock, so it is having some argil or clay content. So it is the main part of this rock. So this rock is also known as a hardened rock, and it is also a durable one, but it is a brittle. So these kind of rocks, example of these kind of rocks are slates, laterites. Then third one, calcareous rocks. So in these rocks, the calcium carbonate are the primary material or primary constitution in this type of rocks. The durability of these rocks will depend upon the constituents present in the surrounding atmosphere. So example of these rocks are limestone, marbles, etc. So then we are point out some requirements of stones. So that is a structure, appearance, weight, fineness of grains, durability, strength and hardness. These are the some requirements of the good stone. At the same time, we need some qualities of the good stone. So the stone should be a durable, hard and strong to withstand all weather conditions. A good building stone should be in uniform color and free from clay holes or spots of other color. So these are some of the qualities we need from the stones. So next one, uses of stones. So where we are used these stone? So they are used in hydraulic structures like dams and bridges. They are also used in retaining wall masonry to retain soil. They are also used as a road metal in road construction. They are also used as ballast for permanent way in railways. And finally, it is also used to make a concrete in the form of coarse aggregate. So in this presentation, so we are seen about the construction materials used in the construction site, namely bricks and stones. Thank you.